doing today? I would like to encourage you from the book of Genesis, chapter 37, verse 5 to 11. The Bible talks about the two dreams of Joseph. Joseph was the 11th son of, Jacob, and he had other brothers, and Benjamin was the last one, who was the 12th one. And so Joseph was loved by his father, Jacob. And at one point, when he was still young, God revealed to Joseph, the things that will happen in the future. And so he brought those plans in form of a dream or dreams. And Joseph had the gift of interpreting dreams, and we will see that even when he goes before the king of Egypt, Pharaoh. And when he even is able to interpret the various dreams that he encountered, even when he was in Egypt, even when he was in prison and all that. And so at this point, when he was still young, when they were just going their business as a family and with his brothers, at one point God revealed to him a dream. And this dream, in chapter 37 verse 5 to 11, the first dream was about, they were in the field and they were collecting the sheaves. And so one of the sheaves rose, and the rest of the sheaves of his brothers, the ones that the brothers had, were worshipping, this one sheaf that Joseph had. And so the brothers were so angry. They were like, do you mean that, you'll rule over us? And so they were angry, and they hated him because they thought this guy just likes to, make himself great, and he likes to, put himself up so that people can recognize him, and so that he looks greater than us. And then the Bible says that later again he had another dream, and this time around that he dreamt that the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were worshiping him, bowing down before him. And so he went and told his brothers again, and also his mom and his dad and his parents. And of course his brothers were jealous. They were like, you think that we are going to worship you? And they were jealous of him, and they hated him. But his father Jacob, put that thought in his mind, and he was like, probably God might be speaking concerning Joseph. And remember, his father Jacob loved him so much, he had made for him a coat of many colors, and that is a story for another day. But this story today is talking about, how God reveals his plans to his people, the people who walk with him faithfully. And today is to encourage you that if you walk with God closely, and as you desire to know God deeper, as you read his word, as you fellowship with God, there are some things that he'll begin to reveal to you. There are some encounters that you'll begin to have, or there's some encounter that you have because you're walking with God. And God reveals his plans and his purposes, his will, to those who seek him, to those who walk closely with him. And so God was doing this. He was revealing the things that will happen in the future in the life of Joseph, and even in the life of the whole family of Israel, because God had a plan of salvation concerning his people, even in the future. God was revealing through these two dreams that later something will happen. These guys will be they will go to Egypt, and Joseph will be a great leader, and God will put him in a high position of power, and he will be the source of salvation for his family. And I know you know that because later when there was great famine, and Jacob himself and his other sons, they went to Egypt and they were hosted by Joseph. That is what God was trying to reveal to the family of Israel, or Jacob, way before things would happen. And today is to challenge you that God, when you walk with God, he will reveal to you things to you concerning the nation, concerning your life, concerning your family, concerning the ministry, concerning even your friends, concerning the things that are to happen in the future. But there is a warning here. Be careful who you tell the things that God reveals to you. Be careful who you share with the things that God has shown you, because like the way Joseph shared with his brothers, they hated him. Actually later they will throw him in a pit. In a way they want to kill him, but God thwarted that plan, and they sold him to Egypt. And later Joseph will tell them, you guys intended it to harm me, but God planned it for my good. You need to be careful who you tell the things that God reveals to you, because the enemy likes to manipulate and the enemy likes to use people. Some people will be jealous of you, and he uses people so that they will try to thwart the plans of God. The way the enemy manipulated and even manipulated the brothers, and therefore they did not even know what they were doing. And so they hated him, they were jealous of him, but Jacob his father. So there are those who hate you, and there are those who will be jealous of what you say and your progress, but there are those who will take to heart the things you say. They will be there to support you and to encourage you, and even to be there as a support, so that the plans of God in your life and the things that God has revealed to you will come to pass. I remember some few years ago when I was about to transition from one church that I was serving, and God had said it's time to go, your season is over. I went and shared that plan with some people, and telling them that God has said that I need to move. And some people are like, why are you moving? This is also a good church, you're being paid well, and why are you moving? Is it really God who has said, or it's just you who you just want to go to greener pastures, like people say? But really God had mentioned to or had made it clear in my heart, and even in my wife's heart, that our season there was over. And so when God made that clear to us, we went and told people, but some people are like, you guys don't know what you're saying. And so we learned that we need to be very careful, that who you tell the things that God reveals to you. Be careful, be careful, be careful, so that again the plans of God will not be discouraged in your life, because some people will discourage you. But mine is to tell you that God will speak if you put your heart in a way that you're willing to experience Him. God will reveal Himself to you, and when He reveals those things to you, be careful who you tell, because those people might be jealous of you, or even they might hate you because of the message that God has put in your heart. And if it concerns a person, if that message concerns a person, you need to seek God deeper, so that you can be able to know how to share that to that person, so that again they don't get the wrong message. So you need to seek God deeper, so that He can give you the way and the style of how you need to explain the word and the message that He has given you for somebody or for a certain group of people. Today is to tell you that God is for you and is with you, and He will help you even as He reveals things to you. May the Lord bless you and have a good time. Bye.